Hello and welcome to Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Libra, and our card tonight is the Hermit. Yes, the Hermit card. Oh, shoot, that was a hard... I knocked a little too hard on that one. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel in any way, hitting that little like button, it really does help so much. And also leaving a comment. Definitely so appreciated. Also, I just love hearing from you all. Definitely. Okay, let's see. So we have a heart up there. We have some love. Love in the mix. But I feel like there's just... Now we have it looks like maybe a goat or some animal kind of rearing up. You can see their head is here, their body, their leg is kind of up. So I feel like kind of a little bit of turmoil. We also have, it looks like a goose right here. The mouth open, and here's the body. So if you've ever gotten too close to geese, now this one also up here looks like a goose mouth. So if you've ever gotten too close to geese, especially if they're nesting or they have babies, they will start honking. They'll go absolutely buck wild. Like, they don't mess around. They will run right after you. They can be quite aggressive. So these two different animals here in these kind of flustered states leads me to believe that there's been some amount of chaos, right? Something's going on. And I wonder if it is within that love realm. Maybe there are, there have been a series of arguments, some conflict. This could be also, within the family, with your children or child, spouse, significant other, maybe somebody you work with, maybe somebody you work with. But it feels like there's some kind of, thing happening here where I think everything was cool, it feels like everything was cool. And then, suddenly there has just been this shift in energy and you just can't seem to get on the same page. It feels like, maybe one of you tries to make peace and apologize, and then the other one kind of doesn't, really accept it or take it well, and then they start to come around to it, and, they start to apologize, and then you're mad about something else, or, all the feelings come right back up, and it's just this back and forth, right? And so I feel like it's turned into this thing that is overwhelming and stressful. And I feel like there's this instinct to go into like full hermit mode. Just, nope, no more. I'm taking my break. I need some personal time. I will call you when I'm ready, that kind of thing. And so, it could be that within the household, there is kind of just the feeling of, things being uneasy. But, you know, I don't think this is a lasting thing. I don't know what's going on. It could be, listen, if you're in the northern hemisphere, even if you are in the southern, really, these peak times of year when it gets really hot, it's really humid, we're all getting worn out by all the things going on in the summer. On the flip side, in the winter season, when you're indoors more together, you're not getting as much sunlight. You know, you're probably in the house a lot more, you know, seeing each other more often. Sometimes it feels like you're right on top of each other, right? Maybe, and I don't know, maybe it snows where you're at, maybe not. But here where I live in the winter, we have long, brutal weather. I mean, it goes on, it could be 6-7 months where it doesn't get, you know, above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit. So we have a thing called cabin fever. If you've ever heard of it, maybe you haven't, but it's basically you've been indoors a lot. You maybe have been isolated, or you have been in there with your family. And, you know, people start to get kind of depressed. They might start to get really kind of, you know, sensitive to one another's behaviors. You just get really annoyed, frustrated. Some people even to the point where, you know, it can get into like paranoia, hallucinations, you know, and unfortunately, things happen between people, physical altercations and so on. So, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, is this seasonal? Is this something that is happening in part due to the extreme weather that has been going on everywhere, right? Here it's been super hot, right? In America, a lot of places having a lot of heat, a lot of rain, a lot of humidity, flooding, you know, power outages, tornadoes. I saw Chicago just had a whole bunch of problems with tornado or around Chicago. Tornadoes, you know, it just, and it is, we are getting to that point, that fever pitch, right? And so, you know, I think as a Libra, you're really good at recognizing when things are uncomfortable to you. When you're just like, yeah, this is not, I don't want to be around people yelling at me. I don't want to be around people, you know, saying, being passive aggressive, behaving in such a way that everybody is uncomfortable, or, you know. And also, here's the other thing, kids, right? A lot of people have kids who are out of school, and if they have siblings or they're getting bored, oh, the house is just a wreck, you know. The kids are arguing, they can't get along, they go from one thing to the next, and, you know, and then you're also working and trying to, you know, keep a household together, and you're stressed. And it just throws you into this mode of, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be around anybody. I just want to do my thing and kind of decompress, right? And that's where it is for you, okay? I feel like you are just in this mode of like, I need to step away. Now, we also have right here a cat, okay? So when the cat comes out here, I know this is when we become fiercely independent. And to other people, it might appear as being kind of self-involved, right? Kind of just all about your needs for self, you know, and in reality, it is that you are trying to survive this kind of mounting, you know, stress, this pressure, and hopefully avoiding resentment. That's a big thing, becoming resentful of, you know, the people around you who are having problems, that are arguing, not being kind, not doing what they say they're going to do, or whatever it is, right? You don't want to get to that place of resentment. Sometimes we have to step away. We have to just take a moment to do what we need to do to kind of get back in balance. And I feel like, you are, and maybe this doesn't happen that often, but I hope that, this is a change for you, that you're really advocating for yourself and taking that time, not keep putting it off. Well, once I get this done and that done, then I'll take some time for myself. And it never comes, right? Because there's always going to be things to do. There's always things that we have to finish, things that we need to begin, projects and chores and, work stuff and so on. But I see you saying, no, I'm done right now. I'm going to go take my my little reprieve from this situation right now. If you are in a situation, if you are lucky enough where you can go stay the night somewhere else, or, get a little hotel room or whatever for the evening and go sleep in a quiet home, or a quiet room, I should say, a little quiet room. Do it. Absolutely. Go take a break, because it does. It feels like there's just, it's like I can feel the loudness, the chaos, right? And it feels like it's time for a break. Now, this is one of the most cursed images I've seen on... I'm not saying you have a curse, but it looks like a mosquito, okay? And so we have been battling mosquitoes this year where I live. It's been so rainy and so humid that there's a bazillion of them. And my husband and I, shout out to Devin Serpentero, we just put out a bat house because we're trying to establish bat colonies in our yard, because they eat mosquitoes, right? And so, yes, I see this and I'm like, I feel you. But as far as the reading goes, I feel like there is a sense of being drained of your just vitality, and the good news though is that I see you taking the steps to allow yourself to kind of get caught up. At least recharge those batteries a little bit, okay? Because you're headed towards burnout if you don't, okay? Now, right here we have an oil lamp, which is like the genie, right? You rub the lamp, the genie or the jinn comes out, you get some wishes. I feel like as you are kind of coming back to life, getting a little break, there are going to be one or two opportunities that are going to present themselves. And I think they will at least potentially fulfill some kind of wish or goal that you have. Now, here's the thing about getting wishes fulfilled is that we have to be mindful. I always think of those old stories like the monkey's paw, right? Where, you get your wish, but you didn't think it through, or all of the implications that kind of come along with it. And the wish ends up being kind of a curse, right? So whatever it is that you are hoping for, make sure that you've thought it through, because this is going to be a good time to be manifesting, okay? I feel like whatever you put your intention into, it is going to happen, okay? A perfect alignment for that creating, for that becoming. And so, something to take advantage of, but also be mindful, definitely. Okay, so we have a large fish right here. So I do feel like there is a sense of some financial stability coming your way. We also have one up here. We have two people who look like they are kind of talking close to one another, almost maybe in a flirtation or courtship. So I think it's like things have kind of changed. You know, you've taken your little break. You're starting to manifest. Yeah, there is less financial worry here. And I feel like you're feeling a little bit, there's a sense of safety. And I think that's what it is. Looking for a sense of stability and safety. And I feel like that is coming. That is definitely kind of what the output of this manifestation is going to be. And I also feel like ultimately there's a strengthening of your relationship or the beginning of a relationship that will be pretty solid. And I see over here we have a house. It does feel like the dynamic of the home kind of gets back into a real balance and feeling like, yeah, the money's coming in. We're doing pretty good. Everybody's kind of chilled out. We're enjoying the rest of our season and making the best of things, right? And so all of it kind of seems to go through this, there's like a roller coaster, a peak of just, you know, just a lot, stress, fighting, loudness, bickering, messes, not enough time. And yes, instead of letting that turn into a volcano, right? Taking a reprieve, getting refocused, re-energized, putting your efforts into one of your goals, a main goal, right? Seeing that producing for you. And I feel like all of this is going to be happening in the next like couple month or so, okay? And there's a return to a really kind of chill, stable, here comes Pudgy. He's out there meowing. Like a stability in the home, right? A peace, a restfulness. And yeah. So it all, hopefully, I want to take some of this energy into myself. Definitely. I think we all need a little bit of it, right? Okay, let's go ahead and see. So I feel like we have, it looks like I feel like this is like an auntie. Maybe an auntie, maybe, I don't know, like grandma, possibly. Not so much mom, but it could be mom. I feel like this is almost somebody that growing up, it was like this connection you had with them. Where I feel like they're a very dramatic person, right? Very like ostentatious. Maybe they wore a lot of makeup, like costume jewelry. They dressed up a lot, you know, just kind of almost like a character, right? In your life. But you were really drawn to it. Although I think that there was almost this sense of this is like a ridiculous person, the way they behave. And I think that there was such a love there and almost kind of, I feel like you were inspired by them to some, you know, to a big degree, really, because they were who they were. They did what they liked. They presented themselves in the way that they wanted to. And they weren't really worried about what anybody thought about it. Absolutely. And so, you know, I think as you got older, I think that this became something that you looked back on and where you maybe thought they were kind of ridiculous when you were younger. you saw that, yeah, this is like a person who went through some, like, a lot of pain in their life. This is a person that kept it together. They kept on. They, you know, they weren't afraid to be themselves. They weren't afraid to try different things. You know, they were very kind of eccentric and unique. And I think that, you know, this is something that there's a lot more respect you have for the way that they lived. And I feel like this person is with you a lot. Now we have a bird sitting here. So I feel like they send you a lot of messages. And I feel like in this time, we have this kind of, it looks like a pathway. It's like they're leaving you breadcrumbs. Okay. So I feel like when there are moments that, yeah, this could be, like I said, something going on in your life so stressful it becomes volcanic. When you are at that crossroads where it's like, am I going to freak out, or am I going to kind of take my reprieve and, you know, get into that more grounded, centered, mindful place? And yeah, sometimes we decide, yeah, I'm just going to snap out right now. This is it. You're going to hear from me now, right? I feel like this energy kind of is around you, and it helps guides you away from those moments of just absolutely losing it, right? Going on some kind of tirade or whatever. So I feel like this is a ancestor, a elder that you have a soul connection with. And I feel like they bring a calming energy to your life. And as you kind of, and I'm seeing this, as you choose more often to disengage and allow yourself to kind of just process through and then return when you're ready, it's like there's an evolution happening for you. You are really becoming the master of your own life. You are really learning and honing the ability to choose your reactions and your coping mechanisms. And that is something that not a lot of people get good at figuring, you know, learning and controlling and employing. So you are, I mean, just absolutely doing that interior work that we all need to do. And you're doing a great job at it, Libra or Aquarius. Did I say Aquarius or Libra at the beginning of this video? I thought what am I doing? Wow. I can't remember now. But I do have the Aquarius thing out. I can't remember if I'm supposed to be reading for Libra or Aquarius. How ridiculous is that? My goodness. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to say this is I don't know. It must be for Aquarius. So yeah, I have to look at my things because it's a bonus reading. I don't remember what order I'm in. That is so bad. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to have to look back over this and we're just going to go with Aquarius because it is out. And maybe I did say Libra. I know I must have throughout the reading. I don't know. So anyways, my goodness, Lenore. Yeah, there is a self-evolution happening. Obviously, I've missed the mark myself here. But yeah, so let's go on to our self-care. Our self-care card. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and flip through and stop where it feels right. And at the end here, it says, Diamond Heart, I am worthy. My life is valuable beyond measure. I invite blessings to flow into my day. My diamond heart is deserving of all good things. My diamond heart is deserving of all good things. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you. Now, I don't know. Is this Libra? Is this Aquarius? I'm not sure. I might just say, you know what? It's for both. I don't know. But you know what? It's Saturday. It's Saturday, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace here. And I don't know. Sometimes I always get confused with the bonus readings, but you know what? The energies kind of go together in some way anyways. So we'll just figure it out in post, I guess. And you'll have to forgive me. So anyways, yes, I want to tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you for your patience. I need it. I absolutely do. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. I promise most videos are not jumbled on what is going on. But also, if you want to leave a comment, please do. I love to hear from you. I know I'm going to get some comments on this one, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it spoke to you. That energy though at the end is really intriguing to me. I was thinking of like just the interesting outfits. When I was feeling this energy, there was a sense of like satin and like flowy dresses and just kind of a really dark home for some reason. Like everything was kept kind of dark. And I kept thinking of that like black lacquer furniture that used to be like super popular in like the 70s and 80s, and even like in the 90s there was like a real resurgence of it. But yeah, I feel like with the gold trim on it, I absolutely feels like a house with some of that kind of furniture. I don't know. It really took me into a whole vibe, a whole like place. So anyways, yes, I'm going to wrap it up. I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night.